Hi everybody, it's Marina. Right now I'm going to film a plan with me for the week of July 20th. As you can see, my journal or my planner already has some stuff in it. That's because I always fill out a week ahead. So during this plan with me, I'll be putting details into this week, and then I'll also be putting the bones into this week. If I sound weird, it's because it is a heat wave here in Portland and it's so hot, and I turned off my fan to film this. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that it's a little bit bananas in here. Anyway, let's start. I'm gonna go, my computer is over here, so I'm gonna go look at my schedule for this week and see if there's anything I should be marking. It's actually a little bit crazy right now because it's so hot that my hand is sticking to my planner. And I'm not a sweater. Like, I am not a person who spends a lot of time being sweaty. Like, when I'm stressed out, when it's hot, I usually am just miserable, but I'm not usually sweaty. So this is a new feeling. And I don't like it. So I'm putting that in there because the exterminator is supposed to come today. We've had historically in our house a problem with squirrels eating our insulation in our floor, and I think they're back. So he's going to come and look, he or she or they are going to come and look. And then I usually like to record my weekly video sometime around Monday afternoon. And then I'm actually leading my meeting tonight, so I've got that in there. This is all the same. This is all the same. Oh, I should actually delete that off of my digital calendar because that doesn't happen anymore. Okay, and I'm gonna turn the volume down on this. And then, let's see. Everything else is normal except that there's something called Go Fest happening on these 2 days. It's a Pokemon thing. My husband plays Pokemon. I've played it a little bit, but I don't really care for it. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know. It's kind of boring. Also, I don't go outside that much anymore because I have asthma. And Las Coronas is ruining it for everyone. So I'm just going to write down. Oh, this is usually the pen I use to write in my boxes or in my little events. So I'm just going to write Pokemon Go Fest. And I don't really write that fancy because I just don't have time. So this week is like this. Probably as I go through today and tomorrow, this part will fill up more. Usually that's what happens. So if you want to see the previous week, this is what the finished week looks like in this is a Hobonichi Techo Cousin. So these little shoes are from when I take a walk with my husband. Unfortunately though, I can't actually mark walks all the time because this is so tiny that, like, this is actually how much space the walk took up in my planner, this little square. But then the sticker takes up so much space that it's like, I can only put it there on days that I don't have much going on around the walk. So sometimes if I like take a shower after the walk, which I did here, then I can put the shoe. And then these little cups are for when I have my, I have a medicinal tea that I take every day that helps me with my chronic illness. So if I take my tea every day, I put the cup. I haven't taken it yet today. And then if I meet my eating goals every day, I put a sticker up here. And I did meet my eating goals every day last week, which is the first time in my absolute life that I actually have eaten this well for 6 straight weeks. So I'm gonna put this sticker right here. I put this banner here so that when I reached my goal, I could put a goal sticker in there. And that is gonna show that I reached my goal. I already marked it on here. I mark how many weeks my streak is with these guys, these little dots. These dots are from a shop called 1111 Supply, and then I just wrote on them with Sharpie. These little dots are also from 1111 Supply. This is how I track the highlights of my day. And then also I'll track, you know, if something went wrong. This says pit of despair, which is accurate. That's what happened that day. Can't be disingenuous in your own planner. But these things up here are for me setting my intentions for the day. I set the intention the night before. That's why this is already filled out at the beginning of the day like this. I always wake up really late. I wake up between like 10:30 and noon basically every day because I go to sleep really late. So this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's just what works for me. That's what I find is my natural rhythm. So this is all filled out now, and actually this is canceled because of rising corona rates in the city of Portland and the county that we live in. I canceled. I own a walking tour, and at first I had just made a bunch of changes to the walking tour thinking that that would like keep people safe. But now that rates are continuing to rise, I'm just canceling it for the foreseeable future, probably for the whole summer. So I cried a little bit when I canceled that because I didn't want to, because I really like doing that job. But you can't always get what you want. All right, now let's move into next week and talk about this guy. So the thing I have to do next Monday is actually a concrete task. So let's go to the 27th and put that . And I'm just going to fill in that name later after that's done. Now, then I want to put in, I want to put in these so that I can have my reminders every morning. Let's do some rainbow. Let's put in, these are Christian Design stickers. I'm going to put them this way. Normally they would go the other way because these are sized for an EC vertical, I think, or horizontal, I don't know. I don't like EC products for myself. And then there was that whole kerfuffle with her turning out to be kind of a racist. So now, because I wasn't really a big fan of her in the first place, now I'm like, fuck her. Fuck EC. No, no, no. I have enough racists in my life that I have to deal with. I actually don't. I got rid of a lot of toxic racists recently. That was very nice. At this point, I'm just like, if you are not here for Black and brown people, I am not here for you. I don't care what fucking history we have, man. I gotta live in the future. I can't be fucking tied to the past. So this is where I'll write my intentions for the day. And as you can see, I don't care about sticking them perfectly. I do want to put a banner in here that says weekend though. And actually this, I take Fridays off, so I found that I was too tired. If I tried to work on Friday, I was just exhausted and I didn't get any good work done, and I was so tired that then I would just fuck it up and I would be so tired throughout the whole weekend that I wouldn't do any like weekend things I wanted to do. And so then I just decided to take Fridays off, and I've gotten way more done. I frequently commit the fallacy that more time equals more labor. That like if I just, I'm just gonna stick this onto my camera stand. That like if I just spend more time at it, that means that I'll have more more output at the end of the day. And that's a big feckin' pile of bullshit. That's not true. I'm just using a wooden dowel here. It's not special. I randomly found it in the shed, but it works. And then I'm just gonna use, should I get a little fancy? Let's see what happens if I get a little fancy. It's my planner, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use this Sharpie brush. Let's see if it works. It does. It hates this. It hates the washi. Nope. Let's wipe that off. Let's see if it wipes off. Kinda. No, let's stick to my regular Sharpie permanent marker extra fine point, ultra fine point, sorry. I don't think they make the extra fine anymore. And like I said, I'm not doing any kind of fancy lettering. Sometimes I really like doing lettering, but frequently it just takes too much time, honestly. And weekend. And it just gets in the way of my life. So I'm going to cut this one in half. And then get another one to also cut in half. And I'll leave half of it on the thing. I'm not being precise. I want it to be clear. I just don't have time to have like a perfect planner. My planner is so functional for me. It's like my brain. So like this, like one of my friends was like, oh my God, your planner is so messy. I'm like, yeah, it's messy, but it's functional. This is what I need to do to keep track of my thoughts and like keep on top of my mental health and my physical health and just get shit done, you know? So I'm gonna put that there. And then I don't have a space to put goal this week. I think that maybe I'll just put it on top of the weekend banner. And we'll see how that goes. But here's that. Here's my intentions. I'm going to write it. The thing with these, Chrissy, and this is from Ivory Paper Co. I got one of her like misprints for like a bag of like offcuts and misprints for like 10 bucks or something. And so that's why these are so light. But I just cut these down because they don't actually, they're for the Ivory Paper Co. planner. So they don't actually fit. But here's one of them, what I kind of got. Okay, so those are in. Now, let's see what else I have this week. I like to try and walk with my husband at like, we were trying to do it earlier, but I don't wake up that early. So let's try to walk maybe actually around, I don't know, what's the hottest part of the day? It's always like 3 or 4 here in Oregon. Maybe we need to walk like after dinner or before dinner or something. But let's try and walk at 1. Let's put a walk at 1 and see what happens. It doesn't really matter when the walk happens, just that the walk happens. So here it is at 1. And as you can see, my hand is like shaking. That's because I've had a shitload of coffee today. This is a Papermate Ink Joy. I think you can see that. Come on, buddy. Anyway, Papermate Ink Joy Gel 7 point. I use these 3 colors. And this one is work. This one is like myself and my like mental and physical health, or like leisure or friends. And then this is something I need to pay attention to. If it's a hard line, that's an appointment that I want to keep. If it's a dotted line, that is like a soft edge. Like today, there's the dotted line around the exterminator because I don't really know when he's going to come. And also, I think it's a dude. That's why I keep saying he. And also because I'm not actually going to talk to the exterminator. He's going to talk to my husband. Then, video. Every Monday, I record a video every Monday and Thursday. So I like to do that around 4. Let's try and put that actually closer to like 5:30. When did I put it today? I put it at 4 actually. So yeah, let's put it at 4 and try to do it. I'm going to give myself an hour and a half to record, edit, and post a video. Sometimes it's like the video takes so long to post and record when I don't have anything going on that day, because I'll just keep re-recording it because it's not perfect. But then when I'm so busy, I record it in one take and it's fine. Let's see, post and share. Those are the things I want to do after I record that video. And then I have my planner workshop on Monday. I don't have any signups for it though. I should market it. Sure. Of course I should. Let's see, 6 p.m. That's here. And it's an hour-long planner workshop. I'll put the tickets in the description. And this is a Pilot Metropolitan. Fine. It's a fountain pen. One of the reasons I got the Hobonichi Techo is because I really like the fact that fountain pens do pretty well on the paper. And then at 7:30, I have my meeting. That's that. And then I have my therapist at 11 a.m. And then I have my book club at 5:30. We were only actually supposed to meet for 13 sessions because we were reading a book with 12 chapters and then we wanted to talk about the wrap-up. But we like each other so much that we just kept meeting. And I love it. And book club makes me so happy. And then I have a date night with Ben. So I'm going to use this purple coffee cup to mark date night. Date night goes from right after book club to basically when it's time to get ready for bed. My husband has a much more traditional, like, sleep schedule than me, so he goes to sleep at like 11. And then after he goes to sleep, like, we sit in bed and talk, and then he goes to sleep. And then after he goes to sleep, I go up and go into the living room and I'll like read or I'll write. That's when I do all my like drawing, writing. If I have an article that I'm writing for someone, that's when I'll work on it. Because it's just so nice and like quiet and comfortable. Like the temperatures are good. It's a good temperature in the house. 5:30 is when I have my happy hour with my friends. Boo, boo, boo. Happy hour. And we used to have this happy hour on Fridays, and then we were all like, I hate Friday. I'm so exhausted by Friday. Can we do this any other time? So that's where that is. And then on Thursday, let's see, record video. I'm going to give myself another hour and a half. Thursday, I record a wrap-up video where basically I talk about how did the week go? Did I meet my intentions? And then what did I learn? And this has been making me really happy because I feel like not only do I, you know, I have a documentation of just like this time period, which I feel like the days and the months just meld together during coronavirus. I've got fuzz on this. I keep all my pens in this thing. It's like a chef's knife, but for pens. A chef's knife container. And it makes me happy because my uncle and my dad are both cooks. My uncle's a chef, my dad's a cook. And I just love it because it's like they always had these like knife rolls, you know, that they would take with them everywhere. And it was always so like fancy, and you weren't allowed to touch it. Of course, when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to touch them. And even now, like as an adult, I don't think neither of them are cooking anymore, but never touch a chef's knife roll. It's a big deal. Anyway, and it makes me feel like it's my little chef knife situation. It's like these are the tools of my trade. I don't know. I like them. So this is every Thursday we do like dedicated work around the house where like we just like do stuff that needs to get done. So if there's extra dishes that need to get washed, that's when that happens, etc., etc. And then on Sunday, let me actually use the, should I? No, it's going to be super long. It's always super long. See, I kind of want to use something else. Maybe I'll use one of these stickers again, one of these Ivory Paper Co. runners. Yeah, let me do that. It's one of these. It starts at 6 p.m. That's way too long. That's like 4 hours long. Let me cut this in half. We have a long call, but it's not that long. Okay, there. That's my my husband's family and us. We have a weekly call. Let's see, is there a phone sticker anywhere that I have? I never was a big sticker person. I used to think that stickers are kind of stupid. And then I just realized that, like, you know what? Life is extremely temporary. Put fucking stickers in your planner if you want them. And that makes me happy. And so I do. Let's see. Let me put a little starfish. That'll be fun. The green starfish. Or the pink starfish. The pink starfish. Come on, starfish. Come to me. All right. Zoom call. All right. So that's everything for that week. I have kind of a sparse couple of weeks coming up, but it always looks like this at the beginning of the week, and then it looks like this at the end of the week. I also usually find a quote to put here, but I don't go looking for it. I'll like take it from stuff I'm reading. Like these ones were for 2 weeks ago when we were talking about like we were still talking about Black Lives Matter. My circles were still talking about it. We've been talking about it for years. But this is, so then up here is where I'll put if I had my tea and if I met my eating goals. And then right here is where I'll put the goal sticker if I met my goal. And I'll fill in appointments as I get them. I'm always, basically because of the nature of my work, I'm always calling people and just talking to them and just staying in touch. I mean, that's not actually for work. That's just how I am. But that's also one of the ways that I find work is I just like want to know what's going on. So, and then if somebody's like, hey, I need help with this, I can be like, oh, hey, I can help you with that. That used to be way more in person back before the Corona times, but it's almost all on the phone and text and email now and Zoom. I do a lot of Zoom calls. But this is the kind of stuff that this is the way it'll look at the end of the week. And then this is how I track. So I use this Pilot Juice Up. I don't know if you can see that. It might be too close to the camera. But this is an 03 Pilot Juice Up. And it is a Japanese 03, which is way, 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 way thinner than an American 03. And it works perfectly for this. So I'll just write. So it's 3:15 now. So I've been doing a plan with me and working my planner since 4:30. And I'll write that in there. And it was, the darker the mark I make, so if you can see this, like some of these marks are extremely dark, like right there, and some of them aren't. The darker the mark, the more I enjoyed myself doing that activity. It used to be the more productive I am, but I've been working a lot on my toxic productivity, and it's a fucking killer. So I'm trying to focus more on the amount of joy. So this isn't super legible. It doesn't really matter that much. But the reason I am this anal about tracking every single hour I work is because I am actually not great at time. I don't always know what time it is. I don't always know how long I've been doing something. I don't always know how long it takes to do something. So part of what I have been doing actually since like 2013 is I track every single hour, especially of my working days. Sometimes on the weekends I'll get really lax. But I track every hour of my working day because I want to know, what does it really take to do my job? How much time and energy am I investing in it? And A, am I planning my projects accordingly? But B, also, am I paying myself accordingly? And am I paying people who work for me accordingly? So that's been really, really helpful. And also it helps me to see in plain black and white, if I work really hard on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't have as much energy. So knowing just like what my energy levels are throughout the week is really, really helpful. So that is the plan with me for this week. Thanks for coming along.